So I'm here with Anthony.
Huh?
We're kind of talking about what the Hivemind stands for because we get this question a lot, and a lot of people they trying to like get a visual representation of what the Hivemind is and what it stands for. So our partner Blake actually created this graphic for us a while back, and I was just thinking about it right now that this is the perfect representation of the Hivemind. The reason why is because the hive mind itself is a system that everything operates on, but it brings together the people, and that's what creates the actual hive mind. Is you have a system that brings together everybody else's expertise and their and we can essentially fill in the gaps in their weaknesses. So if you think about everybody has strengths and weaknesses, so if you can leverage your strengths no matter what they are, if it no matter what your strengths are, if it's management, talking on the phone, negotiation. That's what the hive mind stands for. Is that you can bring your strengths to the table, and then everybody else can leverage their strengths to make a complete process in everything. Real estate doesn't really matter what niche it is. Is that everybody has something to bring to the table because everybody has some type of expertise.
I love this graphic. I love the representation. This graphic is another physical representation of that. The hive mind is programming itself, right? So when we were on the phone, Daniel first asked me, he was like, what is this called? And then I didn't have to think about it. I didn't pre-plan anything. There was no branding. I just said, it's called the hive mind. And I don't know where that came from, but that was the name of it before it was even birthed in my imagination. So when Blake sent me this image, he said, hey, I'm going to make us a banner for the page. I'm going to send you a graphic. And when he sent me this, I kind of didn't even have to look at it because it already looked very familiar. And I had nothing to do with the planning on that side either. That's something Blake created all by himself. And I was like, yeah, that's the logo. It's always been the logo. And it looks amazing. And I agree with Daniel. Yeah, I think I remember video games when I was a kid. You know, there was these games where you're like on this alien planet and you're fighting all these different types of beings, but the main enemy at the end of the game was like this main computer brain. It was like a mother brain, and it was like the source of everything that's happening on this foreign entity planet. So all those assaults, everything you ever went through was coming from this centralized system or this centralized operation. And that's what the hive mind logo represents to me. And it's cool because it does remind me like of a video game or like some kind of like sci-fi happening. Is the only way that I can describe it, is that all the human brains in the planet are connecting like some kind of uh unibrain type of organism is the only way I can think of. And it's cool because like Daniel said, you don't really have to know anything, but if you plug into the organism, it knows everything. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be putting it together and building it. It's fun to talk about. I love the branding, even though we almost didn't design it. And then you say, well, what do you mean? Like, did somebody else design it? And the answer is no. Like the hive mind programmed itself. It designed its own self. We posted the logos on Facebook and people just started voting on the logo for no reason. And we laughed about it, but we like listened to the crowd. And that's what the logo needs to look like. So it's been beautiful to watch it unfold. We at this point we feel like it's self-programming and it's only getting better by the second. So yeah, we're really proud of what we've created. But yeah, the hive mind is not the software. It's not a CRM. People say, hey, that CRM looks like somebody else's CRM. Of course it does. It's a CRM, right? But what I really
They're
love
all
about the
based off
hive,
the same functionality.
everything, customers in, customers out, right? So and you can throw as many stones as you want. But to me, what's happening in the hive mind is that the greatest minds on the planet are coming together and providing value to each other, loving each other, helping each other close deals. And it's like a symphony of amazing happenings. So if somebody doesn't use the CRM, like I feel like they are left out. And I feel kind of bad for them. And if they don't ever join, that doesn't hurt our feelings. But like I wish they could experience what we're experiencing. It's been absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. It's been the best experience of my life. We love what we're creating, and it's only getting better by the second.
And I feel like a lot of it is just it's being created out of need and necessity and not really our wants. It's like, hey, we need this. Okay, we'll make it. So it's I feel like it's everybody's input is not necessarily required, but um, it's needed. And I feel like people that hey, this is the best thing that we have and we can't change it. I feel like that's closed minded, and I feel like if you let other people bring their expertise to the table and do what they want with it, then you can create a product that everybody can agree with.
No, I love it, man. I really believe in this thing. I think it's going to save lives. I think it's going to bless people's lives, people that were never going to be this blessed in their life until they encountered the hive mind. Now they're going to be able to reach beyond like their greatest imaginings. And just to be a part of that, like we've talked about this 100 times, like I would do it for free. I love this so much that I would do it for no compensation. And we talk about that all the time. Like if we got to stay in zero profit for the next 5 years or 10 years or whatever makes sense, we're willing to forego that because we really believe in what we're doing that much. And that's not any kind of sales pitch or any kind of convincing. We're not worried about those kinds of people that don't see what's happening. We're going to build it anyway. We would love for you to play and try it, but it's going to continue to build itself out forever now. It's already become self-aware. So we're just glad to kind of manage it and make it happen. But yeah, we're looking for people to work with that are like in the similar space, similar mindset. And there's not that many of them on the planet, but we're going to find all that we can.
And bring your expertise. That's the biggest thing. Is that everybody has a skill, and everybody has a weakness. So bring your skill to the table and see how it can be used in a profitable way where everybody wins versus you have to pull your all the weight. Because I think the one thing about entrepreneurship is that you have to wear multiple hats. But I feel like with a system like this, yes, the CRM automates a lot of the systems, but even in your personal things that you don't have and your weaknesses, this is a space where you can leverage that 100%. And there's no hard feelings about it. We want you to bring your strengths and tell what your weaknesses are. That way we can fill that gap for you. And you can always be 100%. You can always feel like 100%, even though you might have half cup half empty, cup half full. There's always two sides of the thing, but if you join the hive, you can always fill that gaps, whatever they may be.
That's it, man. I feel like when you go in front of a clubhouse room or you talk in front of a group of people and you have some good ideas, then people automatically start to judge you. They say, like, this guy thinks he knows it all. He thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. But, when we created the hive mind, we were never the smartest guy in the room, and we never feel that way. We feel like
we want to bring the smartest people in the room to us.
Yeah, we want you to be able to exemplify and amplify what you already are. We just want you to take a look at it. Just come by and see this thing that we built. We're proud of it. We're happy. People are seeing instant, quick success, and we're not ashamed of anything we're doing. I think we're really, really onto something. I think we're going to change a lot of people's lives. And if nobody ever joined us, I feel, like I said, I feel like I only wish that person could see what we're seeing right now, because it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I love it. I feel it, and it's only getting better.